You ever have that feeling? You land in a brand new city, and for a second, you're just completely overwhelmed. You don't know the streets, you don't know the shops, you don't know the vibe of the place at all. It's this universal feeling of being an outsider looking in. So today, we're going to break down how you can flip that script, how to turn that feeling of being lost into a real sense of belonging.
Seriously, think about it. You're standing on some random corner you've never seen before. What's your first instinct? Do you immediately whip out your phone for a map? Do you look around for a big, recognizable building? That first little action, well, that's the start of a pretty amazing journey. The one from being a total stranger to becoming a local.
So, the very first step on that journey is all about building a mental map. But here's the thing, you don't build it with lines and dots, you build it with words. You start to learn the language of this new place, beginning with the most basic, most fundamental vocabulary you can find. Step one is super simple. You just start putting names to the big buildings around you. And these aren't just random words. Think of them as anchors for your new world. They're the building blocks you're going to use to make sense of everything else. Okay, let's take the word school. Now, on the surface, sure, it's just a definition, a place where kids learn. But it's so much more than that, isn't it? A school is a landmark that tells you about the daily rhythm of a community. The morning drop-offs, the buzz of the afternoon pickups. It's a huge sign that this is a place where families actually live. And this is where it gets really interesting. Look at that sentence. Children go to school. This simple little phrase totally transforms the building from just a static object into a hub of activity. It's an observation of life as it's happening, and it's like the first piece of your mental map getting colored in with human action. All right, let's move on to our next anchor point, the library. And again, this isn't just a quiet building packed with books. The definition itself points to something way deeper. It's a public space. It's a center for knowledge, a hub for community resources. This is a place that's literally designed for connection. And bam! This little sentence shows the next big step. I borrow books from the library. Suddenly, the word I enters the picture. You're not just watching anymore. You are now interacting with your environment. You become a participant using the same resources that the community offers to everyone. And then, of course, you've got the practical side of things, which brings us to the bank. Think of it like the engine room for daily life. It's where payments and savings happen. It's where all the little transactions that keep the local economy humming along take place. Finding this place is pretty crucial for, getting stuff done. And right here, with this phrase, I pay bills at the bank, we see a whole new level of integration. You're now managing your life within the framework of this new place. You're actually participating in its most essential structures. Okay, so you've started building your map of places. That's awesome. But a map is really just a picture of the space, right? To truly navigate it, you've got to be able to interact with the people who live there. You need the keys to unlock a real conversation. So what are these keys? Well, they're the simple, polite phrases that signal respect and show you're open to connecting. And look, this isn't just about being nice for the sake of it. These are the fundamental tools that let you ask for help, that build trust, and that start turning strangers into neighbors. Just look at this simple little exchange. May I borrow your pen? It's such a small ask, but the structure behind it is incredibly powerful. It acknowledges that the other person owns something, and you're asking for permission. And the response, yes, of course, is more than just saying yes, it's an acceptance. It's like a tiny social contract being fulfilled right there. Okay, let's level this up and see how it all builds. You have your mental map of places. Check. You have the keys to interact with people. Check. Now, you can combine these two skills to really find your way and start moving through your new community with some real confidence. Asking for directions is kind of the ultimate test, right? But it's actually just a beautiful three-step dance. First, you start with that polite key, excuse me. Then you state your goal by naming a place from your mental map. Where is the library? And finally, you just listen and start building the path in your mind. And here it is. This is the masterpiece. Where is the supermarket? And the person responds not just with directions, but by using another landmark from your mental map. It is next to the bank. This is real navigation. You're using your knowledge of one place to find another, and the whole thing is made possible by a simple, polite interaction. So when we step back, what have we really been doing here? I mean, it's not just about memorizing a list of vocabulary and phrases. What we've actually assembled is a really powerful toolkit for belonging in any new place you go. This is it. This is the whole toolkit. First, there's mapping. That's learning the names of your anchors, the school, the library, the bank. Second, there's connecting, mastering those social keys to unlock help and start conversations. And third, navigating, putting the map and the keys together so you can move with confidence and with purpose. What began as just a simple list of words has completely transformed into a deep, meaningful framework for connection. And that, right there, is the magic of language. It takes abstract spaces and turns them into communities. It takes isolation and turns it into interaction. It's what turns a strange place into a home. So that kind of leaves us with one final thought to chew on. We've seen how powerful just a few simple words can be. But beyond language, what do you think is the one skill or maybe the one attitude that a person really needs to truly feel like they belong?